Namaste yogis. Welcome to your Mod Monday. I'm Carter and today I'm going to be breaking down Garudasana or eagle pose. Props that you may need is just a block. Cool, let's get to it. All right, yogis, eagle pose. I find eagle pose is it's a very challenging pose because it has a lot of things going on. So we're going to dive into the pose that you may hear in a class, how we get into it. And if you're going to be a little bit tight, or if you feel like you're a little bit tight in the hips, let's take a block and just put it on the outside of the left foot. So it's somewhere in this kind of direction so you can get there. So to get into the pose, and it's multifaceted. It's a balancing pose, it's a strengthening pose, and it's an opening pose. So it's a balancing pose because we're going to be on one foot, or one option being on one foot. We're going to open and strengthen the quadriceps, the hips, the IT bands, even the outsides of the shoulders. And we're going to open up through the upper back shoulder blades. So there's a lot of things going on with this pose, so we want to break it down nice and slow. So the first step is almost getting into an Utkatasana, or a seated chair pose. So you bend the knees and you have this little internal rotation of the thighs so you can soften the groins. One of the areas that I want you to bring your awareness to is the lower back. A lot of times when we get into these bent-legged poses, we get this over curvature in the back. So we're going to tuck the tailbone a little bit and draw the tailbone down, and that takes a little bit of that curvature out of the back and engages the belly. So once you bend the knees, we're gonna focus on the legs first. We're gonna take the right knee and we're gonna stack it on top of the left knee. And the more you bring it up and over, the more chance you're gonna be able to squeeze those ankles together. So the first step is right thigh on top of left thigh. And this is what your block would be for. You could take the toes down to the block. That's a nice variation there. And if that's not working for you, you can squeeze the ankles towards one another. We're hugging everything towards the midline. Now, I'm not flexible enough to get this right foot to wrap around the ankle, but if you have that option, do that. You're going to take this right hip and you're going to drop it down, and you'll square the hips to the front of your mat. These are your legs. All right? Shake it out. Let's talk about the arms. So within the arms, we're going to open up nice and wide. We're going to open up through the heart. I'm going to get closer to the camera so you can see the arms. For this side, we're going to take right arm underneath left arm. So we're going to stack the elbows. And then from here, we're going to just kind of walk them back a little bit. If it's available, this is the full expression, is you bring the backs of the hands together. If you can't get there, if you're somewhere in this region, you may need to just keep the hands to the shoulders. All right? And then if you can get there, you're going to take this right hand, you're going to draw it towards your face, and you're going to grab that left wrist. So the thumbs are at the face and the pinkies are forward. So if you're doing some weird connection like this, or rotating the hands, you're going to want to keep the hands to the shoulders, all right? So the rotation, thumbs towards the face, all right? And we start with the elbows down and the hands a little bit away from the face, but we're going to work towards elbows coming up, shoulders down and away from the ears. And we're going to keep that head nice and malleable. So you're in here, a full expression of the arms, or here, hands to shoulders. Same option, so elbows up, shoulders down. And as we bring the shoulders down, we're opening up through the shoulder blades. Okay? So let's do a full expression. Let's go to the other side. So this is like the full expression that you would see in class without really any modifications. Knees bend, left knee stacks on top of right knee. Squeeze the ankles towards one another. Maybe that left foot wraps around the ankle, or maybe it finds the floor, or maybe the block. Left arm underneath right arm. Either grab the shoulders, elbows up, shoulders down, or backs of the hands together. Left hand grabs right wrist or palm. And then you check in with that lower back, tuck the tailbone. So side view, from rounding back to tuck that tailbone, elbows are up, shoulders are down. Squeezing the legs towards one another. You can bend and straighten that standing leg to whatever you need. And then one variation would be when they say a sleeping eagle is elbows come forward and down, and maybe they hover over the knee or touch the knee, and then bringing yourself on up. Unwinding it all and letting it all go. Shake it all out. So I hope this works for you. If you guys have any questions or comments about this pose, please let me know. If you like this variation, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel to keep updated on all the latest content. Thanks. See you on your mat. Peace.